The year is 2333, and at a secret military base just left of parts unknown, and down the road from no fixed address, war hero of war heroes Captain Chambers enters a small containment cell. Waiting inside are 5 people, all clad in bright red jumpsuits with the word delisted emblazoned across the chest. They all look beyond thrilled to be there. The 5 snap to attention. I would too if I was a prisoner and she was barking orders at me. She sounds scary, just saying.
I am Captain Chambers, but from here on in you will address me as Sir. Nothing else, just Sir. Not Captain, for the Emperor, or even that dashing woman in the sharp command hat. You will speak only when spoken to, and if you rejects can't even handle that, then I will personally book you a one-way ticket out of the nearest airlock in just your military-issue underwear. I laugh hysterically as you run out of air before scratching myself and moving on for an ice-cold glass of water. Refreshing! Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir!
Boy, oh boy, am I happy to hear that. Happier than the day when Grandma Chambers got day release and we had apple pie and cigars for dinner. Whoo boy, good times. God rest her soul. Amen! Now let's have a look at who and what we have here. On a scale of what in the hell to what's that smell, you turds have really stunk things up. Let's start with you, Operative Rolltree.
Yes, sir. Ready to kill for my country, sir.
Good to know. You've managed to set a world record, Rolltree, fastest exit from the Assassination Corps. 3 months all up.
Thank you, sir. I do like to work hard and am very proud of my accolades, honor that you've brought up. In fact, hold on. That's not something I should be proud of, is it, sir?
No, I can't say that it is, Sunshine. A grand total of 0 confirmed kills, but in that time you've also managed to injure every single fellow operative you've ever worked with.
Accidents happen, sir.
All doctors to the ER. Code blue.
All doctors to the ER.
Security to the ER.
My forte is blades, not so much with explosives or throwing things. But they kept insisting I take grenades with me and, well, you've obviously read the damage reports, sir.
Indeed I have. Maybe we should have just signed you up to the enemy and they might all accidentally shoot themselves in the foot or something. Honestly, they should make me a general with war-winning ideas like that one.
Very funny, sir.
She shakes her head and moves to the next captive. So far, so not good.
Now, Sergeant Smoking!
It's actually pronounced schmoozing, sir? Funny story. It's an old Bakerian surname. A lot of letters are silent. Actually, most of them.
Right. I wish you were silent. Maybe even standing in the middle of a minefield. Anywho, you were assigned to protect the mayor's daughter on Dock 1, yes?
Yes, sir. Kept her from harm from jealous in-laws. She lived to tell the tale. Job done. And as jobs go, I doubt anybody could have done it better than I could. Smoking the ultimate protector. She loved the experience. Every last second, sir.
And now, son, this girl in your charge and protection, word on the wire is, she's pregnant.
But ultimately still safe, sir.
Try as she might, Captain Chambers struggles to work out exactly how he managed to do this. There was obviously a lot of cheap booze on board.
And now I'm free for another protection detail.
Ooh boy, am I gonna enjoy putting my polished boot right up your... But, let's move on, shall we?
Captain Chambers looks at her noteboard briefly before moving to the next delisted. Let's be honest, there's not much positive reading to be found there.
Well, if it isn't Mr. Rook.
Actually, I'm sorry to have to correct you, but it's Captain Rook, sir.
Not anymore, Rook. Not after that terrible accident on Dotano. The brass still laugh about that one to this day, and we do enjoy a good laugh. Did we forget to tell you of your delisting? Well, we figured you being here in that red outfit with these other idiots may have been a fair indication.
Well, about that. I don't think I can take the entire blame for what happened there.
Care to explain to the rest of your newfound friends here exactly what happened?
Well, sir, I stopped an armed assailant from assassinating the governor. Stopped him in his tracks before he could even fire. Took him down before he even knew what was going on, sir.
With what exactly did you take him down, son?
My gun, sir.
Which was?
A quad-barreled Gatling cannon, sir.
Yes, indeed. Now, where was the governor in this chaos of you attempting to stop this armed assailant?
Between me and the assailant, sir. Fair to say directly in his path.
Yes, I think we've got the picture here, Rook. A very messy picture indeed. In fact, they're still finding bits of him blended in with the bits of the other guy all these months later. In a word, ridiculously messy.
Chambers moves to the second last of the delisted, who tries unsuccessfully to avoid her steely gaze. It's like a rabbit trying to outrun a twin-turbo Jaguar.
Former Logistics Officer Thomas Second Class, on the scale of messing up, yours is quite spectacular. I would use my full vocabulary to describe the destroyed toilet bowl you caused on this one, but there are, present company included, ladies here.
A simple mistake to make, though, if you think about it, sir.
You were responsible for sending 3 heavily armed battalions to quell the resistance on Gishbay 4, yes?
Yes, sir. I was passing on orders from Commander Anderson. I executed that command to the best of my abilities.
And where exactly did you end up sending them?
Well, they all ended up landing on Gishbay 6, sir.
Because?
I am terrible at Roman numerals, sir. Who knew there was a major difference between IV and VI? They do look very similar.
They arrived 2 planets over and spent 48 hours trying to locate the resistance on a world that never had any. Now, I'd call that at least 120% foobar, wouldn't you?
No casualties, though. Sir, that's a positive in wartime, isn't it?
Last but not least, she moves to the tallest of the group. His face is half flesh and half metal, and his cybernetic eye glows as she approaches. Truth be told, that's a pretty cool party trick.
Unit freaking 6. Beep, boop, beep, Mr. Machine. Can you understand what I'm saying here?
You can call me Gary if you like.
No, son, I do not like. Do not assume what I like, because you will indeed be horribly wrong. This is why I've been divorced 3 times now. What fun adventures they have been. According to reports, Unit 6, you missed the entire battle at Tiger Bay.
Incorrect, sir. I did arrive on the battlefield armed and ready to roll.
Yes, 6 hours after it finished, just as the bodies were cooling. You were where exactly?
At the bar, sir. The Chesky Links on Oracle Avenue. I was on the lookout for the enemy. Spies are everywhere, you see, sir.
You investigated the bar on our side of the war for 6 whole hours.
Yes, sir. The barman seemed suspicious. I got a vibe. I'm famous for my vibes. And my vodka cocktails. They've been stuff of legend. But he was definitely giving off this vibe, and my dodgy sensor was flashing. It was thirsty work, sir.
You sat and drank for 6 hours to keep an eye on the barman who seemed suspicious.
He was a tough nut to crack, but I gave it my best. What can I say? I'm a hard-working machine. Or, you know what? I'm a soldier. I think I'm definitely a soldier. You know what I mean.
And pray tell, Tin Can, after all this investigation, was he indeed an enemy spy?
No, sir. But, may I add, it was a thorough check. I was engaged in much conversation about sports, women, and cars. Oh, and the weather. There was a bit of chat about that, too. Hey, by the way, did you see that sports game last week? I think it was something called basketball? Yeah, that was, wow. I didn't even know the rules before I started watching that game, but now I kind of do. And can I say LeBron Jr. is an amazing player. The way that he stepped back and got
Okay, you can stop talking now, coffee grinder. Right then. So you're all here because you're practically useless. Now, if there wasn't a war on, I'd boot you all back on the shuttle to wherever the hell you came from myself with just enough postage to get you halfway there. But since you're all doing a 10-year stretch and we need the bodies, you're all being reassigned.
Permission to speak, sir?
Yes? Glory be, this better be worth it, schmoozing.
I would like to be reassigned to somewhere close to a beach if possible. One with friendly natives and a vibrant nightlife. My skin, you see,
Permission now withdrawn, schmoozing. Speak again and you'll be on toilet duty for the rest of your miserable career. And I am famous for my loaded burritos every second Thursday. It'll bring tears to your squinty little eyes, too.
He goes to speak, but then wisely stops himself. That's a good move there, Smoking.
Sir, permission.
Denied! Now I hope you've had time to familiarize yourself with each other as the brass have decided to lump you together as one unit, and hopefully you won't manage to kill each other in the process. Your new assignment, we'll see you working up there.
She points to the roof. I'd describe it, but it's the roof of the containment cell, so really nothing exciting to talk about here.
In the hills above the town, sir?
Now that's a big, fat, sorely out of shape, wheezy negative there, robot son.
In the mountains behind the hills, sir?
Now that's the fat, hot dog and fries loving mama of the previous negative, Thomas. No congratulations are well and truly in order here, team. You're heading off to the deepest of deep space, where if you make a horrible mess again, nobody will be the wiser. All the worst cleanup jobs around will now be your bread and butter. You turds will be cleaning all the things we have no time or urge to clean. I am proud to announce that you're going to be our very first space dirt squad. Wear this new badge with pride now and have a nice trip to your new home, won't you?
As Captain Chambers exits the room, the five look at each other in complete confusion. Oh dear. What is in store for our band of hastily thrown together military dropouts? Will Rolltree land the rest of her new team in hospital? Will Smoking Skin be okay in his new home? Can someone get Unit 6 a beer? Actually, I wouldn't mind one either, come to think of it. Stay tuned for the next exciting episode of Space Dirt, coming soon.